In this video series, we will cover the actual exam questions of GCP Generative AI Literacy Certification. So let's start to see the questions. I will explain them one by one, and I will also give the correct option for each question. There are around 77 questions. In this video, we will cover around 5 to 10 questions. In the later videos, we will cover the next questions. So now let's begin with the question number 1. Question number 1 is what is the definition of a generative AI? Here are the 4 options. A type of a predictive model that estimate a relationship by fitting the line to the observed data. Option B, a type of artificial intelligence that can create a new content. A type of machine learning algorithm inspired by the human brain. A type of artificial intelligence that enable a system to autonomously learn and improve using the neural network. Here the question says, what is the definition of the generative AI? Here option B is the most correct choice. In the next slide, we will see why it is the correct choice. Let's break down the answer for this question number 1. Option B is the correct choice because generative AI uses advanced deep learning architecture like transformation and diffusion models to create completely original content. As you can see in the workflow diagram, when you provide an input prompt, the generative model processes it to the brand new text, image, code, or audio. Now let's quickly see why the other options are incorrect. Option A refers to linear regression, which is simply fitting a line to existing data points. So this is not a correct option. Option C describes artificial neural network and focuses on a brain inspired node rather than creating the content. So it's also not a correct option. And option D says define a general deep learning which covers autonomous learning as a whole. So this is also not a correct option. In the exam, we need to remember one rule. Determinative AI classifications are predictive existing data, while generative AI creates completely new content from scratch. So this thing we need to remember in the exam, that generative AI is the one which produces a new content. So this thing you should remember. Now let's move to the question number 2. A company want to use AI agent to automate some task. They want everyone to understand the different functions of the AI agent. What is the function of AI agent in the context of Gen AI? Option A, to provide computational resources needed to train and run Gen AI models. To store and manage large dataset to use training and running Gen AI model. To provide user-friendly interface for interacting with the Gen AI model. To analyze situation, use multiple tools and make firm decisions without requiring constant human inputs. So what is the asking the question? A company want to use Gen AI, it's AI agent, to automate some task. They want to use AI agent to automate some task. They want everyone to understand the different functions of the AI agent. What is the function of AI agent in the context of Gen AI? Obviously, option D is the most correct choice. It says analyze the situation, use a multiple tool and make informed decision without requiring the constant human inputs. So we already gone through what is the Gen AI. Gen AI creates the new content. Okay. In the next slide, let's see why the other options are not correct one. So option A talks about CPUs and GPUs. Option B talks about BigQuery storage, and option C talks about user interfaces. So these are not the correct options. We only left with option number D. Let's see the next question. Question number 3. What is the definition of AI agent? Here are the options. Option A is the most correct one. And an application that learns how to achieve a goal based on the input and tools available to it. This is called as AI agent. Now let's see why other options are not correct. Option B, talking about human man agent as a software application. A software application, we can't call it as agent. So this is not a correct one. A passive UI element, this is also not a correct one. Or a static content displays. Option D says a static component of GenAI application that provide information to the user. No, this is not a AI agent which provides a static content. GenAI always provides user a dynamic content based on the queries. So we are only left with option number A, which is most correct one. Now let's see the question number 4. A company is developing an AI character for video game. Okay, for video game, they are creating AI character. AI character need to learn how to navigate a complex environment, make decision to achieve certain objective within the game. Okay, when the AI takes decision that lead to the positive outcome, like finding a reward or overcoming an obstacle, it receives positive score. When it takes action that lead to the negative outcome, like hitting a wall or losing progress, it receives a negative scores. Okay, obviously this is the case of reinforcement learning. In the reinforcement learning, we see such cases where the agent, if the when training the agent, if the agent goes positively, it receives a reward, and if it goes negatively, then it receives the punishment or the negative score. So it understand what is a good and how to achieve by that way. So this is the reinforcement learning. So option number B is the most correct choice. So this is the explanation about question number 4. Now let's move towards the question number 5. A researcher team has collected large data set of a sensor reading from the various industrial machine. Okay, we have the large data set of readings. Data set include a temperature, pressure, vibration level, electrical current. Okay, team has not yet assigned any labels. Okay, this point is more important. Team has not assigned any label. This is unlabeled data or uncategorized data. Okay, so there is no need to read the question after this. This is case of unsupervised learning. In the unsupervised learning, data is not at all labeled or categorized. In the supervised learning, data is labeled and categorized. So option number D is the most correct choice. Other options are deep learning is not correct. Reinforcement learning, we already seen that. Supervised learning, in so supervised learning, data is labeled and categorized. So this is also not correct choice. So option D is correct one. Same thing I have explained here. Let's go to the question number 6. Now we'll see the question number 6 to 10. Let me know if you need this presentation in the comment box. I will provide the link in description. If you required, please tell me. Question number 6 says a highly regulated financial institution want to use Gemini as the core decision engine for the loan approval system. Okay, the ask is financial institution want to use Gemini as a core decision engine for loan approval. A system that will deterministically approve or reject loan application based on a strict set of predefined criteria. Why this is inappropriate? Okay, the question itself saying that this is inappropriate to use Gemini, and we need to tell why Gemini is not appropriate. Let's see the options. Gemini deployment is for scenario would be too expensive and complex. No. Gemini designed for flexible content generation and inference, not rigid rule based decision. Okay, Gemini is not required to handle structured numerical data. No, this is also not correct. And Gemini cannot integrate with the required financial database. This is also not correct. We are only left with this option. Gen AI or AI is designed for the probabilistic outcomes, not for deterministic outcomes. So this thing you need to remember. AI is used for probabilistic outcome, not for deterministic outcome. This word is very important. Deterministic outcome. Okay. The next slide. This is the explanation. Gen AI is a probabilistic LLM, not deterministic uh, code or engine, what you can say. So you should remember the deterministic word or a probabilistic word. AI is a probabilistic, not a deterministic. Okay, let's see the next question. What is the example of unsupervised learning? Unsupervised learning means data is unlabeled or uncategorized. So let's see. Predictive subscription renewal based on past status data. This is labeled data. Training a system to recognize product image using label. Okay, this is not correct. Analyze customer purchase pattern to identify natural grouping. Okay, this seems correct. Forecasting sales figure using historical sales and marketing spend. Forecasting sales figure using historical sales. Historical sales, it means it may be the label data. So I think question C is the most correct choice. So let's see the explanation. I have a doubt on the option D. Option D predicts continuous values. It is a regression model. Okay, okay. Option D is the regression model. That's why it is not a correct choice. And A and B has the labeled data, so it is a supervised learning. So this is also not correct, and D also not correct. We are only left with the option number C, which is unsupervised learning. Let's move to the question number 8. A user asks a generative AI model about scientific accuracy of popular science fiction film. AI model asks about scientific accuracy of a popular science fiction film. The model confidently stated that a human can indeed travel faster than light, referencing the specific but entirely fictional theory and providing a made up explanation of how this is achieved according to the movie. Okay, this is a case of hallucination. The model presents this information as factual without indicating that it originates from the fictional work. What type of model limitation is this? This is not a bias. Here, there is no bias review or bias data is provided. Knowledge cutoff is not there. All the knowledge is provided to the AI model. Data dependency, no, it is a hallucination because it is a false correct. Yeah, we can say that false correct data. We can say that it is a false correct data because in the film they already mentioned about fictional theories. They have provided theories and explanation how this can be achieved. This can be achieved. So it is a fictional, so it is a false, but there are the theories too for this action. So it is a false correct data. So this is a case of hallucination. This is the explanation. So let's go to the next question. Question number 9. What does a diffusion model do? Diffusion model generate a high quality content by referencing noise into the structured data. Facilitate the storage and management of structured data. Analyze data and predicts future trends and patterns. Optimize business processes and resource allocation. Okay, here option number A is the most correct one. Now let's see why it is the correct one. Diffusion model generates image and media by starting with a pure random Gaussian noise and probably progressively removes the noise step by step to form structure content. Okay, diffusion model. What is the diffusion model? Diffusion model generates content by removing the unwanted data or the noise from the random data. So this is the example of diffusion model. Now let's move to question number 10. An organization is collecting data to train a generative AI model for a customer service. They want to ensure security throughout the ML lifecycle. What is the critical consideration at this stage? Collecting data, organization collecting data, train Gen AI model. They want to ensure security throughout the LM. If they want to ensure security throughout the model, throughout the ML life cycle. Okay, let's see the options. Apply the latest software patches. Okay, this is not a correct one because it is a preventive measure after creating the model. Monitoring the AI model's performance for unexpected output and potential errors. This can be establishing ethical guidelines. So this is also not. This is after creating the ML model. Implementing access control. So this is during the ML model and during the ML model life cycle. So there may be option B is correct or maybe the option D is also correct. Let's see the explanation. During the data collection and integration, securing sensitive training data, customer via role-based access control, data masking, and DLP is essential to prevent a data leakage. So that's why option number which one is that? Option number D is the most correct one, which says about access control and protecting sensitive information during the training. Okay, here we are ending the video. In the next upcoming videos I will cover the next questions. Thank you.